I still need to fix a lock here. I'll get around to it. Remember these? This takes me back to being a kid. Storm lamps. I've got some paraffin that's due to arrive while I'm down here. In fact, it's been such a glorious day today, but I've been stuck indoors doing things, and I've come out and the sun's gone in. Typical, isn't it? But I've got one of these, and it's one that's going to work, because there's nothing better than being in a shed, in a well ventilated shed, before you say it, and having a paraffin lamp flickering on a cold winter's night. They come in very handy. I remember as a kid going out to the shed just to check on it, make sure everything was okay when the storms came. Right, you just sent me with a big box. I might not tell you what's in there. I have to switch the alarm off before I go in there, otherwise the whole neighbourhood will be out on their kitchen windows going, what's going on over there? I can hear bells going off. Right, the coast is clear, but inside the shed I'm not going to be able to get inside it, and you'll understand that when I show you the door now. There's a beautiful sound. Is that a robin, I wonder? I think that could be a robin getting ready for Christmas. I need to get a new battery for the clock. Right, here we go. This is how the shed is looking. The biggest thing that's taking up the space is this. It's a metallic whiteboard, which arrived a few days ago, and that will go on the back wall. Now, whether I'm going to take everything out today in order to put it up on the wall, I do not know. I haven't planned anything today. It's just a case of coming down and having a potch. I had a lot of comments on one of my recent Homestead videos because I had this on, and he said, you're very brave, and I'm thinking, no, I'm just very cold. It certainly keeps the chill off, and yes, it's white and it will get dirty, but if it keeps me warm, that's the most important. So like I said, we've had the sun today, but now that it's gone inside, the chill is descending. I've observed over the years that December starts to get chilly from 2 o'clock onwards. Now, you would accept that because it's the winter. But that has happened here in my little part of Wales for the past 10 days. So I have a feeling, my prediction is here. Stand by your seaweed. We're going to get an early winter. And next year, everything's going to fall back into place. We'll have spring when spring is due, and a good summer next year. I can feel it in my water. Right, what is this? This is the trouble I go to for a video. This is for doing the 24/7 feed, the YouTube live feed from the homestead, which should be online maybe by the end of next week. Depends when the shed's going to turn up. They've got me on a string at the moment. Oh, it's coming on a Monday. Now it's coming on maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. And then this morning I got a text going, it could be Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm going to give them a call tomorrow and say, just make up your bloody minds. When's it coming? So this is for the roof of the shed. And it's a bit of foam. That's what it is. A nice bit of foam for the top of the shed to keep it warm. No, it's not. It's actually a solar panel. There it is. The rest of it is in the house, and I'll talk more in detail about that when I've got my head around the book and what it actually does. So this, I'm quite pleased, it's like a flexible friend. So that is to go on the shed, which is going to go in the middle of the plot because I need it to be in full sunshine all day. Do you know what? I'm going to be sensible. I'm going to keep it in the box. Now, I don't expect anybody to sit and watch this 24-hour stream. The reason why I'm doing it is because I want to make a video next year, and I want to show the time lapse of how the garden. So this is why I haven't been in a rush to do any of the weeding or to do any work, to be honest, because I want to get this camera up so that I can make a video next autumn, next winter, where I can show how it started and how it ended, and use the time-lapse pictures like they do in the David Attenborough TV shows. I've worked on one of them. I worked on a program called A Planet of Plants. It took 6 months to make. Right, let's put these in a safe place now, and I'll read up on it next time. Somebody said to me the other day in the village, "You've got all these security cameras all over your homestead. What are you doing down there?" And I said, "Nothing. I'm just obsessed with cameras." Well, you'd have to be, wouldn't you, if you'd wanted to be in TV since you were about 12 years old. Right, now, this is going to have to go in here. Right, I feel a bit of a potch coming on. I thought for a second then I'd taken the mug home to wash it. That would have been a disaster. You wait till you see this shed in the way that I have had sheds in the past. It'll be glorious. Who knows? There might even be a doorway here to a secret shed. Ask me no questions, and I'll tell thee no lies. Right. I'll have a cup of tea, and I'll sit here, and I'll have a think whether I'm actually going to go to the trouble of sorting the shed out today or on another day. And yes, I brought my ginger nuts with me today. Not even the sounds of angels is as beautiful as this. I better switch that off, otherwise the old miners in the village will be jumping up to go off to work. Always keep your kettle spout closed, because then when the next time you come to your allotment or shed, you know nothing's crawled in. But you don't want to be boiling an insect next time you've had a cup of tea. Right, I'm going to sit here and have a think. La 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 la. Do you know the way to San Jose? I've been away so long, I may go wrong and lose my way. Now the plan is, in time, this big table will go into the greenhouse. So this might be a lot easier than I think. So for the time being, I'm going to try and go for the easy option. And then, on a day when it's a bit warmer, because the dark clouds are starting to come over now, I will take everything out. In fact, once the shed comes next week, a lot of this will be transferred into that shed. Because this shed, I always wanted to be a place where I could come and do my gardening, and that the tools would stay in the smaller shed. Right, my thinking is I'll just flip it over. Might be easier just to take the roof off. Right, not as easy as you thought, lad. Not as easy as you thought. No, certainly not as easy as you thought. Right, what I may do is... No, that's not going to work either. I may just lift the roof, so I've undone the screws. Oh, have I? I think I might have left one in. Alright, things are getting serious now. I've taken the jumper off. Look at this, a retractable shed roof. Right, now I'm caught by the door. Oh, it's all fun and games, isn't it? So, let me just squeeze my schoolboy figure through. Oh, it's quite nice. In fact, it adds a bit of air. Right, let me have a think about this now. You don't get this on Gardener's World, do you? Okay, that's one way to do it. And have we gone much further? No. So now I need to try and spin it round a bit. Yes, it'd be too easy to take it all out and bring it back in. I can hear you. I'm just choosing to ignore you. Where's the fun in doing it the easy way? Right. I take this chair out. Right, you're in the way, so I'm going to have to put it out to the roof. See, there's always a silver lining. I can see it in my mind's eye. Right, let me have a think about this now. You'll all be wanting a shed with a retractable roof next. I guarantee it. It'll be the in thing for next summer. No wonder I've got chronic fatigue syndrome. Oh, I've just thought of a really easy way I could have done this. Just slid the roof off that way and slide it in. Oh well, it's too late now. I should have had another cup of tea and given it a bit more thought. In fact, is it too late to do that? I'm caught in a shed. I can't get out because I didn't think it through. I heard what you said, I just ignored your way, because I thought this would be easy. Right, you get ready to catch the roof if it falls. Yeah, I gotta watch now, there's a bit more weight on the outside. It's creaking like the Titanic here. So this is what I should have done. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Right. I should have slid the roof off. And then just slotted this in down the back. Oh well, it's my workout for the week done. I would have earned a cup of tea when this is finished. We can't go on together with pushing shed roofs. Oh, it's quite a nice little veranda here. Woo. Nearly there. Nearly there, Ted. Who's Ted? Right, what's it caught on? Is it caught on the door? Is it caught out there? I think it is. Yeah, it was. That was your fault, that was. Right, one last heave now. Oh, it doesn't fit. Look, it doesn't fit. Just that little bugger there. Oh, I suppose he'll have to come out. Ah, here we go. Right, this way we'll do it the sensible method. Whoops. Oh. I'll sleep tonight. Oh, I haven't been around this side for a while. Water butt's full. Oh, I can feel muscles being activated I didn't know that I had. Oh. Right, let's just lay that down. I'm doing well. Not a single scratch on it. Whew. Right. I have an idea if my muscles can stay strong for an extra 10 minutes. Oh, hit my head then. Oh dear. Oh, here we go. One last attempt. Come on. Oh, it's getting rather chilly now. Have to have a cup of tea. Soak up this sweat. There's a bit of water coming in now off the roof. You better send more magnets to fill this up, I'll tell you that. Right, here we go, lad. Here we go. Yes! Hey! Does it even fit this side? Might have to get a new shed. Ah, right. I can see what it's caught on. It's caught on a trap. There we go. There we go, lads. Come on now, extra bit of strength now. Put this back, boy. One more now. Yes. Oh, that's it, I think. There you go. Wasn't that bad after all. Right, cup of tea now. There we go, down the sides there. I'll screw it up to the top of the wall so we can use the top bit until I get a chance to move all this out, because that table is going in the greenhouse. I can't even remember if I've told you that twice already. Me brain's fried. Well, it's coming up to 6 o'clock now, and you can see my breath certainly getting chilly. So I think I'm going to finish this, then head home. Hello, welcome back. Now, yesterday was a busy day, so I'm taking it easy today. We had a bit of sunshine this morning, but then it disappeared. And it has taken me all day to buy something for the shed, because apparently there's a storm coming. So I bought some screws for the shed, but these are the ones with the plastic casing in to stop the rain from getting. So you put the screw in there, pop it into the wood, and then you just cover the top, and that creates a seal which then stops any water getting in. So hopefully they will be long enough for the task. Right, let's try and work out where the struts are. There's one there. And I've been sensible. I have brought my ladder down so I'm not stretching. Oh, because it's already starting to pick up now. Right, make sure now we're in the wood. Are these long enough? I'm not quite sure now that I'm up here. Right. Anyway, it's all that I have. So it has to It has to work. I've missed it. This is the problem now. You have to do it the first time, otherwise you end up with a load of holes. Right, if I just put that one by the side, but close enough so the plastic goes over the hole. Then I should be okay. Yes, that's right. That's the first one done. I don't have that many because they only had one set in the shop. And then they didn't take a card, they only took cash. But the problem was I ran down there so quick that I only had a card. So I said, right, I'll come back in a few days. And then I was mentioning this to one of the other shops, and she said, look, there's £3. Go back and get them now, and you can pay me back in a week. So that's what I did. Oh. Right, one, so we'll put 3 on each side. So I think it's the lip on this side that caught the wind last time when it moved. Because it is a very windy site. While I've got the screwdriver, I'll attach the camera as well. Can't stay long today because the cat's food is due to turn up in the post today. I find if you buy in bulk then it works out cheaper. Oh. Problem is the thread on top of the ouch, that's hot. The thread on top of the screw is starting to just disintegrate. That's, it was so cheap, but this is all they had, unfortunately. There you go. That'll do it, me. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3. Let's pop around the side. Oh, I forgot to get a battery for the clock. Right, let's see if I can get it right first time. Ouch. Stabbed myself then. It's because I'm tired. That's what it is. No, that's missed it. I could tell. As soon as it reached the bottom. See, you have to lift up the plastic in order to get the screw out. It's Saturday today, but I thought I'd treat myself and do a Sunday lunch a day early. mainly because my chicken needs to be used up by tomorrow. Right, let's try there. Oh, where is it then? I'm very good at just finding. Right, I will take that one out, but let me just put this one in while I think I've got a good idea of where the strut is. There it is. But yes, the heads of these are very cheap. Or maybe my screw head is too big. There you go. Right, to see if I can get this one out now. Oh, great entertainment. Call this entertainment. Oh, plastic's fallen off now. Come on. Whoa. That was a task, I'll tell you. That was a task. Right, just pop one more in here. Right, I'm going to carry on. I'll meet you in the shed. Certainly starting to whip up now. I think I might have got that on just in time. Right, I've got the paraffin, so I'm going to put it into the burner as well. Right, I should have a funnel somewhere to make it easier. Just bring the flame down. You don't want it too high. There you go. And it's always best to hang these things up. I found some ginger nuts, so that's a bit of luck. Oh, so I came down this morning and I did clean up a bit after the fiasco of yesterday trying to get the whiteboard in. So I did a bit of cleaning up. I've got 2 bags of rubbish somewhere to take home with me. In fact, thinking about it, where have I put it? I have a little 2 tea strain saucers. Say that fast on a Saturday night. So I will bring one down in order. It's just one of those days today, all fingers and thumbs. And a cloth. I need to bring a little cloth down. And I've got loads of tea towels, so I'll bring one of them down. So yes, it's been a very relaxing day today. You can't beat a dunked ginger nut. That's what I always say anyway. quite looking forward to the winter now, when I can be sat in the shed with a paraffin lamp going on. There's plenty of holes in this shed, so don't be worried about ventilation. It's becoming a very relaxing space, especially after the kettle's boiled. We've had nothing but rain over the last few days, and I've just turned up now basically to check on the roof, and everything's fine. It's still in place, there's no water coming in, and everything's dandy. I was thinking about my daffodil bulbs. Many years ago, when I had a large set of bulbs like I've got now, daffodils, tulips, hyacinths, I put them into pots. And I grew them on in pots, and then in the spring I put them out into the open ground. And I'm thinking I might do the same with these, because depending on where the greenhouse goes, there may be a bed in front of the greenhouse, but I don't want to make the bed before the greenhouse. I want to wait for the greenhouse to come, then make the bed. So there's a possibility I might put them all into pots, because I do like to know the varieties of things. But this weekend I have spent my time trying to set up this live streaming camera so we can see the rusty Homestead 24/7. So I got all the equipment together, connected it, the camera works, I can see the picture, but there's one piece of software that I need in order to upload it to YouTube. So I spent all weekend trying to find it, and I couldn't. I went to a friend's computer, tried on there for a few hours, couldn't find it. So this morning I managed to find a phone number. So I phoned them. I said, I'm trying to find this vital piece of software, and if you haven't got it, I may as well send it back to you. And they said, we do not give advice to domestic customers. We can only advise you if you are a business. Go to the place where you bought it and they will advise you. I said, well, Amazon, so I'm not going to get any joy there. And then he just said, oh, but our website's been down, so you're not the first person to phone. So I spent all weekend trying to fix something when there was no way it could be fixed. So I'm hoping that they'll fix their computers in the next day or two, and I can get this piece of software. Now this week my shed is due to turn up on Thursday, but like I told you last week, it was due on a Monday. Then they said, oh no, could be Tuesday, Wednesday. Then it could be Wednesday, Thursday. I woke up this morning, what does the email say? Now we're coming on Friday. So I've responded and I've said, if it doesn't turn up Friday, you can keep it and I'll have the money back. If I had to take a day off work, that means I would have had a week off trying to wait for a shed, which they kept changing the goalposts of. Now the plan was just to sit in the shed and relax a bit, but I just went on my phone, and the website where I haven't been able to get hold of the piece of software, I've just noticed they fixed the website. So I might down this really quickly, go home and see if I can get this camera working. It's very rare that I leave a cup of tea, but today something more important is on the cards. Just before I do rush off though, just have a look at the Acer. It's now starting to put on its autumnal colours, and beautiful to see it is too. Now forget the time because it's wrong. Just want to check how cold it is. I think that is telling me 11 degrees. Well, I've been down here for an hour and a half and there's no sign of this shed. They also said they would give me a phone call to tell me exactly when it was coming. So I think this will be the last time I ever buy anything off Garden Buildings Direct. Their customer service has not been good, despite the phone call earlier this week where they were bending over backwards. Oh, we'll phone you every day to let you know what's going on. They phoned once and that was the end of it. So I don't think it's coming. And my potatoes are going as well. That frost that we had this morning has put pay to the Christmas potatoes. Now there's no way they are going to recover. So the best thing I could do is just dig them up and see what is underneath. Now shall I do that today or shall I leave it? Let's have a little tickle of the soil. Right, let me just use my little trowel. One sec. My phone made a noise. Now, I keep checking my phone thinking that something's going to happen. But it's Friday now. It's gone 5. Nobody's going to do anything at this time of night. Are they? Right. Can't even remember why I went there now. Alright, let's have a look then. Now, when did I plant these? August time, wasn't it? So what's that? Just over 2 months. Now if I leave them in the ground, they will actually turn into weeds. So I may as well just pull up what I've got. Look at that. There's some there and they look as if they were putting on a great bit of growth. But I can still eat them. I can have them as new potatoes. That's the seed potato there, which is the one that I planted. Let's see if there's anything else down here. I don't think I actually put them that deep, did I? You've got to take every single bit out. Otherwise, if you don't, it becomes a plant for next year. Right, just try this one as well. Look how soft the soil is. It's like chocolate cake. That's the seed potato. There you go. I think they would have turned into something quite big if they'd had time. But I'll have these for my tea tonight. It's good just to go in and tickle the soil a bit more, because there might be one or two just hiding underneath. And like I said, next year then they become a bit of a pain. Right, one more. Look at them. Beautiful colour to them. I'll definitely do these again next year, but maybe I'll do them as a main crop instead and plant them in the spring. Now, if I had a saucepan, I would actually put some on to boil now. So that is something I need to sort out for the future. So set that little kitchen up in there. Right, I'll leave the rest in the ground. That's the best place, as long as the ground doesn't get too damp and they start to rot off. But that is a nice feed. Look at that, a lump of coal. Oh, my knees. I need to find where my gas is. My gas bottle has finished. And if I can't find one, I won't be able to have a cup of tea. And that would be the icing on the cake after this week. There you go. A nice meal. I can't remember when I put this gas in. I can't tell whether it's been quickly used or not. There we go. Nice cup of tea on the boil. I'm tempted to come down one evening just to experience my lamp. Right, let's get the cups out. I'm going to use my new spoon. I should have bought a yogurt down at the shop when I went to go get some milk. It's quite exhausting just sitting around doing nothing. Now, some of the wags could have said you could have done a bit of gardening. Not until this camera is set up, and the camera needs to go in the shed. I don't know how many times I need to repeat it. Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea now, and I'm just going to sit here and enjoy these few little moments before I head home.
Thank you for calling Garden Buildings Direct. To place an order or find out more about our products, please press 1. If you've already placed an order, please press 2. If you're calling to chase delivery of your order, please press 1. Please contact us via your online account. The details of your account can be found on your order confirmation email. Please visit www. If you're calling to chase delivery of your order, please press 1. For any other queries, please press. Thank you for calling Garden Buildings Direct. Did you know you can contact us via your online account? The details of your account can be found on your order confirmation email. Please visit www.gardenbuildingsdirect.co.uk/login, where you'll be able to resolve any queries or changes you may require. Just follow the simple on-screen instructions. If you still wish to speak to a member of our team, please hold. If you have any other inquiries or you're unable to access your online account, please hold and we'll connect you to our customer care team. Record your message and press. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press start. Thank you. Goodbye. Record your message and press hash
or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator. Record your message and press hash or press star to contact the operator.
So you know the debacle with Garden Buildings Direct, or non-direct as they should be called. It was due last Friday, didn't turn up. So I sent them an email on the weekend and I said, forget about it, I'm cancelling my order. Not only this order, but the order for my greenhouse. Give me my money back, let's part ways and never see each other again. Monday, I then get a phone call to say, your shed is an hour away. And I said to the driver, I'm not going to accept it. And I told him the debacle. And he said, to be honest, mate, you're not the first and you're not going to be the last. I delivered a shed the other week that it was 2 months late. So I sent him a tweet on Monday saying, give me the money back and I'll tweet to you every day until I get the money back. And then they blocked me on Twitter, a company who has followed me for 15 years. And I've been thinking to myself, because I've dealt with this company for about 12 years in the past. There's been about a 6-year delay in our interactions. And I thought something's happened. And I said to her on the phone, when somebody from the office phoned me last week, which I recorded the phone conversation, just to be sure. And I said, have you changed hands? And she went, no, nothing's changed. So, Tuesday, and there's no communication. So I decided another tactic. So I went onto LinkedIn and I added every member of staff on LinkedIn. Didn't matter if they were just in logistics or whatever, I added every single person. But what I noticed when I was looking at their LinkedIn page, they only seem to have a handful of staff in the UK. And the rest of the staff seem to be based in the Philippines. So I thought, is that the issue? A different level of service, maybe. So Tuesday, I then got a generic email saying, we will pay you back the money and let's forget about it all. And then Wednesday morning, I sent them another email saying, thanks for your correspondence. Please can you give me a date? Don't say it'll be sorted out soon. I want dates. I want a firm date to go into my diary. And they didn't respond. But then the next day, which is today, the money appeared. Not only the money for the shed, but the money for the greenhouse as well. So it was nearly £1,000. So I've had all the money back and I will never deal with them again. And I'll do a little article on my blog, I think, explaining my issues. Because this doesn't feel like it's the first time that it's happened. And for the fact that there was no communication and they blocked their Twitter page, just says they're not interested. They're not bothered. And I would imagine a lot of people don't bother to complain. And what I was frustrated by was the fact that they had a golden opportunity to work with me in trying to solve what the problem was, because there was obviously an issue with their computer system. Because even up until the day that it was in the van and it was due to arrive at the Homestead, I had an email that day going, it will turn up on the 21st. So there's obviously an issue, and they should have taken the opportunity to have said, right, let's work with you and try and resolve it, but they weren't interested whatsoever. So I posted this on my social media pages, and adding them all up, there's about 150,000 people there. And somebody contacted me and said, why didn't you go to Trustpilot, is it? Why didn't you go to Trustpilot first? And I said, because I've dealt with this company loads of times on various different projects. So I took that as the recommendation. But a 6-year gap of the last interaction was obviously a bit too much. But somebody then said to me, why don't you go to this company called, and I'll find out the name for you because I've had excellent service and I think people should be told, called Garden Street. gardenstreet.co.uk. That is the website there. So I looked through this website and I thought, right, seeing as I'm starting from scratch, maybe I'll start from scratch with my own thoughts. So what I was buying before was just a shed to house all the equipment for the 24/7 feed that I want to do. But I thought, how about a summer house? Because as much as I like this shed, it's a working shed, it gets a bit dirty, and sometimes I like to come down to a garden and just sit there and enjoy the peace and quiet, watch the flowers and everything. So I thought, I wonder how much a summer house is. They're probably far too expensive. But I saw this one and I absolutely loved the colours. It plays into my 1940s feel, I think. Look at the colours on there. And here's another picture of when you open the bifolding doors. So I thought, I like that, and I'm going to put an order in. So I did. I put an order in, and I phoned them up the next day, because I did that on the Sunday. I phoned them up, I explained the issues that I've had with this other company. So I said, I'm going to be a bit on edge now with you, and I want to know dates. I want a date for the diary, when's it going to turn up? And if you change it one iota, the money's going back into my account and we're going to call it quits. And they sent an email. Look at that there. Look, that's the inside. That's an idea of how you could do the inside of it. So they sent me an email. And they said it would turn up on Monday, the following Monday. And then they gave me a phone call. And they said, we've just realised our driver will be in your area on the 17th. Would you be interested in having it early? So I said, yes. And then they've sent me, let me see if I can do this now, because I've got to hide my address. They then sent me an email which gives clear indication of what time it was going to turn up, how many deliveries were in front of me, and then today I've been looking at this and it's gone, you are the next delivery. And then half an hour before, the guy phoned me and said, just to let you know, we'll be coming around your corner in about half an hour. And they turned up on time and they gave me a hand and they've brought the summer house onto the land. So I have the summer house. It's in a bit too many bits than I thought. I thought it was just going to be 4 panels you could put together. And apparently I have to put the pieces of panes of glass in myself as well, but that's fine. So I'm really impressed by this company. So I was looking on their website at what else they had, because now I need to find a greenhouse. I haven't, I've cancelled this greenhouse, and I saw this. The greenhouse I had in London in one of my plots was a beautiful greenhouse, but I couldn't afford that now. It was very expensive. So I was looking through this website, and there's a sale on, and I've seen a version of this greenhouse, and that's a picture of it there. No, it's not. That's a picture of it there. Look at that. And again, I think that blends in with the summer house. So I've ordered this as well. So that will turn up in about a week as well. So that gave me an opportunity to go back to the drawing board and think about the layout of the old homestead. And what I will do is I will put the picture up on screen now, and you can see my way of thinking. So there's the potting shed, which I'm sat in now. Next to that is a greenhouse. The only issue with this greenhouse that I don't like is the one I had in London. You opened the door and you walked in, and the door went into the building. This one, the door comes out of, which I think is a bit of a flaw, because if you've worked out your floor plan, then you know you're going to be okay. But now I'm going to have to add in an extra few feet for the door to be opened. But anyway, next door to that is going to be a pond with a bench, then 2 large vegetable beds. And where the summer house is going, I'm thinking on both sides of the summer house, I can't remember what the dimensions are now. The flower beds on each side of the summer house will be the depth of what the depth of the summer house is. So there'll be really large beds, and I think that's will be grand, because you're coming through the gate, you'll see these 2 large beds, a summer house. I'm not going to fill the inside of it. There might be a little cane sofa, a good excuse to go back down to Too Good to Waste and have a look what they've got, but I'm not going to spend a fortune. I'll just something to have a little sleep on of an afternoon and somewhere to make tea. And then this shed here can be turned into a conventional potting shed with my composts, and you can get a bit dirty in this shed, but down in the summer house it'll all be about relaxing and entertaining. So it's been a busy week. It's been a nice relaxed week, but it's been moments of being quite full on. But I feel in a much better place this week than I did a week ago. Obviously, a lot of people have said to me, Garden Buildings Direct should have given me some compensation for the stress. But as long as I've got the money back, I'm happy. Let's move on and never hear their name ever again. So they've lost out on some custom though, because quite a few people on my Facebook page said they were waiting to see how I got on with my shed, and they were going to put some orders in because somebody was after a shed. There was a greenhouse. I think about 6 people were after sheds and 3 people were after greenhouses. They've lost all that money now, but who cares? I don't. All I care about now is a cup of tea. I also got them to leave the pallet behind so I can use that when I come to build my compost bins. Oh dear. 25 bags of grit gravel. It's all on the homestead now. Unfortunately, he came in, I think they call it a 2-ton lorry with an arm on top. And he was concerned about getting too close to the homestead because of overhanging wires. I just think he couldn't be bothered. But it's all on the plot now. It took about 2 hours to move 25 bags. I realised with that trolley, ideally I should have done it with just 2 bags per trip. But I did it with 3. With 4, the wheels started to squash a bit. But it's done now. I have the gravel. The plastic foundation is in the house, so I need to bring that down as well. And then we've got everything we need then for the base. And the summer house can start building. The greenhouse won't be here until the end of next week, I think. But I'm thoroughly exhausted now, so I'm going to have a little sleep and a cup of tea. And then there's a few more things I want to do in the shed before I head home. Take up gardening, they said. Nice and relaxing, they said. I was going to go home, but I've just been down the shop to get some food and I'm back. I'm afraid I'll go to sleep, so I'm trying to stay awake. Recently, I've had a lot of pain in my leg, my right leg to be exact, and I've just had it again now when I was in the shop. There was something on the bottom shelf, so I went down to go and pick it up by bending the knees, and I had this pain. And I've also had it when I've had to check to see if the cats are hiding under the bed, and I've got down on my 2 knees. I then get it then. Excruciating pain. It's on the right hand side of my lower knee, and it feels like there are muscles being stretched. So I don't know if I'm not moving enough or whether I'm moving too much. So I'll just keep an eye on it. But I'm thoroughly exhausted after moving those bags. But it's a nice day, nice overcast day. But I'm going to have a cup of tea. And then I bought something the other day for the shed. And I think I'm going to put one of those little tape measures by the side of the computer from this point onwards, so I can eyeball the size of things. Because what I've bought is a bit too big, but I think it'll be okay. It's just a bit bigger than I initially anticipated. So I bought some screws, and they're a lot bigger than I thought. Look at them. Huge. So I'll keep them. I'm sure they'll come in handy for something. And I also bought some nails, but not just any old nails. I forget what they call these now. Cut clasp nails. And I thought they'd be very handy, quite stylish, for hanging my tools up on. I've also brought my screwdriver down, so now I need to find, because those screws that I've just shown you are a bit too big for the job in hand. I'll be pleased when this shed is all sorted out and I've got everything within easy grasp. Right, I think I had some screws in here. Oh, I forgot I had these. Some hooks again for tools. See, I'm forgetting what I've got. Oh, a bell. This bell was on the rusty allotment, and when I used to ring it, people used to come from miles to have a cup of tea. And we had many a jolly good afternoon. Right, I can't find a decent sized screw, so I'm going to use these anyway. So they will pop out the side of the shed, but that's fine. Now, the reason why I wanted screws was because I bought these. Now these are hooks, but as you can see, I miscalculated the size on them. They're about 4 times as big as what I thought they were going to be, but better to be big than not big enough, I suppose. Well, I think it helps if I put the screwdriver in the right direction. I think that was the wrong way around then. Let's try again. That's better. I can feel a grip now. I don't know if I need a new screw head or not. Oh, just one. That's all I want. Right. Let me have a look if I've got a screw that fits. Otherwise I'll have a screw loose. I don't think I have though. Ah, there they are. Just found some of a decent size. So, try again, take 2. No problem, try to get this one out now. What's going on here? Can't get it out now. Right. Something so simple. The head has gone. No, that seems fine on there. Well, that's certainly stiff. Right, let me put the top one in. Right, there we go. I've got one screw in anyway. This one's bent. Right, we'll leave that there. Right, let's see if this goes a lot easier. What a palaver. And wait till you see why I want them. Nothing special. Right, well that's solid enough, and that is okay, I suppose. Right, let me reveal why I wanted these up. I got this idea from Jeff. Jeff had an allotment on the same rusty allotment site as what I was on. And he had this in his shed, and I quite liked it. Like he said, sticks cost enough money, so we need to look after them. These don't fit. Oh, is anything going to go right today? I thought I'd calculated it correctly. Oh, what a day. I think I'll go back to bed. Let me see if by taking this string off, that'll make them shorter. All this for a pound of spuds. Grow your own veg is the freshest way, and celebrate on harvest day. No, it is just a few, although if I, okay, right, mind your heads, I don't want to hit you there, but if I try it this way, maybe that'll work better. Maybe there's a reason now to having it so big. Maybe everything will work out in the wash. It's gardening club tonight. I think I'll be too exhausted to go. I'll say, what have you done today? I'll say, oh, not much. Potched around in the shed. Right, I feel a time lapse coming on. There you go. I told you they'd fit. This arrived this morning. It's a Christmas tree, which I'm going to grow in the garden. And I've bought this for a very special reason. On my railway allotment in London, there was a woman called Barbara, and she had an illness, and about 18 months later, sadly, she died. And every year she would hang Christmas decorations from a tree on her allotment that she had with her partner Jim. So I've bought this Christmas tree in memory of Barbara, and I've also ordered some Christmas gardening themed decorations, and every year I will decorate the tree and think of Barbara. Look at the colours on this. It's beautiful. The autumn leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I'm going to have a lovely cup of tea now, and maybe a little nap, and then head home and feed the cats. Well, thanks for joining me. Let's hope next time it's going to be a lot calmer. Once this summer house is up, things will certainly relax even more. Right. See, I'm getting a lot of use out of this tool. I'm going to enjoy this cup of tea, and I'll catch up with you in a few days. So from me until then, bye for now. Oh, yes.